Oh, hey.
Hey, Jasmine. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Do you have time to answer some questions before
Yeah.
rehearsal? Great.
Definitely.
Thank you. Okay, just take a seat. Oh, look at this lovely sunlight. It's so nice to be spring. So where are you from originally? What is your hometown?
So I am from Macon, Georgia. I was born and raised there, and I currently live there also.
Who was your favorite teacher at any age?
Oh, wow. The first teacher that comes to mind for me was Mr. Wallace. He was the public speaking teacher that I had. And that was like one of the first classes where I was like so terrified of public speaking, but he made me feel comfortable about it. So it was like, I felt a really big, like I defeated a big challenge for an 8th grader.
Wow. And wow, that you had public speaking class in 8th grade.
Yes.
That's
It
amazing.
was terrifying, but I ended up liking it.
What was your first paying job?
So my first paying job was as an ordering and receiving receptionist at an optometry office. Yes.
What is the best thing about being a performer?
I think the best thing about being a performer is like I get to share music and I get to do what I love. And I love all the places I've gotten to travel and explore and all the different cultures I've gotten to explore and food and just, everything that comes with just that new experience of learning something new. I absolutely love it. And I love being on stage and creating something that's really like powerful or funny or whatever. Like I just love that synergy that I can create with a cast.
What is the most challenging thing about being a performer?
So with the traveling, there's a downside to it because there are some times where like I really miss my family. And granted, I, can be able to see them sometimes. They can come to my performances, but sometimes it's really hard. So yeah, but it's I wouldn't take it for anything else.
What was your first major role?
So my first major role was Yum Yum in The Mikado at Kentucky Opera. It was so much fun. I had this like wig with purple hair, and it was so much fun. And Kurt Olds was in it.
Yeah.
It was fantastic.
What advice would you give to yourself about that role now?
Man, I would say there's a lot more to come past Yum Yum. I would just say have fun in the moment and enjoy what you're doing now, because you won't be doing that all the time, but just enjoy it. Yeah.
What's the best compliment you've ever received?
Oh, wow. I was walking down the street and this guy said I was beautiful, but then when I spoke to him, he was like, "Oh, wow, and you're really beautiful." Like he was like, "I can tell that you're beautiful on the inside." So I was like, that's actually like a really nice compliment.
That is.
He was like, "Oh, you're beautiful." He's like, "No, you're really beautiful." So yeah.
Okay. If you had to choose a different career, what would it be?
I would probably be like a journalist, like a newscaster, reporting the news. That's what I think I would be really good at, actually. Yeah.
Okay. What is your dream role, even if it's not your voice type?
Oh, I would have to say, oh gosh, I've had the chance to do my dream roles, and I'm excited for next season to be doing my dream role with Susanna in The Marriage of Figaro.
You're doing that with us.
Yes, I'm so excited.
It's always good when someone has their dream role with us.
Exactly, yes. So I'm actually thrilled about that. But I would love to do Lucia at some point. That'll be fun.
How do you relax?
So when I relax, I do absolutely nothing. Literally, I just watch Netflix, and I'll even order in food, and I just chill. Like, I do absolutely nothing. It's great.
When you're doing that, what are you currently binge watching?
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I am currently watching Better Call Saul. I during the beginning of the pandemic, when everything shut down, I was like, I need a new show, and so I watched Breaking Bad, and I was like, this is the greatest American show I've ever seen. And then I recently, now that we're in the third year of this pandemic,
Oh,
I was like, oh, let me just watch the prequel. And it is equally just as good as Breaking Bad. And I'm like kind of obsessed. So that's what I have been watching.
what's your favorite movie of all time?
My favorite movie of all time, I would have to say, would be The Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring. Because I just remember the moment I saw it in theaters and I was just extremely captivated by this like world of Middle Earth. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is incredible. I'd read like some of the books before. And so it was so exciting.
What are you reading right now?
So currently, I'm actually listening on Audible to Monica Aldama's Full Out. If you,
Cheer.
yeah, if you know Cheer, it's like, that's one of my favorite documentaries. And when I saw it, I was like, this is really crazy, this world, and how much all these kids, they work for 2 minutes, and then it has to be perfect. And I was just so impressed by like the work ethic that she was instilling in them and all the craziness. So yeah, I'm listening to her audiobook right now.
What is your favorite song to blast in the car?
Oh gosh. I have to say right now, I don't have a particular song, but there's an artist that I'm like, I really love. Her name is Doja Cat. And I really like her music. I love Say So. That's a really great song.
What do you like to drink before you perform?
Just water. Just water. Sometimes tea, but just water.
What about after?
I can take some Chardonnay. Yeah.
Okay. And then a final question, because I know you have rehearsal in a moment. What is the best advice you have ever received?
So the best advice I've ever received is, if it ain't you, don't do it. And what that really means is, if it's not expressing who you are, whatever you're doing. For me, when this comment was said to me, it was a competition, and one of the judges, I think it was the best advice he could have ever given me, because he was like, when something is not you, it's not good, but when it is you, it's amazing. So that's the best advice I can give.
Really good
with
advice.
Anything, not just singing, just anything. And you, so just stick with you.
Yeah. Well, thank you. I
Thank
know you let you go to
you.
rehearsal.
Oh my
Thank you
God,
so
yes.
much.
Thank you so much for coming.
See you out there.
All right, see ya.